feel like a wee dolly with these in. Looks cute. Hey guys, welcome back to, if you're watching this on IGTV or YouTube, because I'm now throwing these up on YouTube as well, because you can watch them in portrait form on your phone, which is like awesome. I didn't know I could do that. So whether you're watching this on IGTV or YouTube, hi, back to another tutorial with me. I am Rachel with an itchy nose. So I kind of thought it would be pretty cool idea to do a full face of kind of drugstore affordable makeup. And then when I was pulling out all the stuff that I have, I realized I have so much stuff that's from like Superdrug, Boots, all these types of places, Beauty Bay, and I kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to just create like a bit of a series, because I couldn't like pick like one foundation, one concealer, like I've got so many. So I am going to create like a bit of a series. Today is going to be a really glowy skin, affordable drugstore tutorial. Please ignore, I look like I've got a cold sore, but I've not. It's just like a hell big spot. It's just not cute at all, so it's so annoying. I look proper dodgy when I put lip liner on. Anyway, let's get into this tutorial. So the one thing that I didn't have a lot of from kind of a drugstore or affordable was primers, but I did have this hydrating primer from Primark, which Apollo has chewed. Oh shit. So I'm just going to, oh my god, I think that's how much you're supposed to use that comes out. This is quite cool. It's very high tech for Primark. Oh, it smells so nice. So I'm just going to work that into my skin, just really focusing on the T-zone. So I'm going to use a liquid illuminator underneath. I'm going to go in with the Revolution, and this is the liquid highlighter in the shade Liquid Starlight. So this is more kind of champagne pink, which I like. And I'm just going to buff that in. Yeah, so that's proper nice. So for foundation, there was like literally so many, it was actually hard to pick. I'm going to go in with the Ordinary, and this is the Serum Foundation and not the Coverage Foundation. The Coverage one is like full coverage, and then this one is just a little bit less coverage. My skin's looking not too bad just now, apart from yours truly. So I'm just going to go with the Coverage one. A bit MAC face and body like. I'm going to take more of like a dense brush. I'm taking a Peaches and Cream PC08. I mean, you can see like the coverage, like it's pretty decent, and I just love it. Like for a $5, I just honestly don't think you can go wrong. The shade that I'm going in with is 2.0N, so it's light medium neutral. Okay, so that was just 2 pumps of the Serum Foundation, but do you know what, see for a $5, that coverage is so decent. Like I'm so happy with it, and it is like a really just nice like glowy skin-like foundation. I honestly cannot say better things about the Ordinary. Unbelievable for the price. Okay, concealers. The one that I am going to use today is the Maybelline, and it is like, this is a total oldie but a goodie, and it's the Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. So this one is actually, is that too fair? No, I think I can make that. Oh yes, cover that spot. So to work that in, I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and just press that into my skin. And I'm just going to sweep that right up, and you can see how like there's sort of like a line. It just kind of elongates the eye a little bit more. I like that. I like leaving it like that as well. So something that I'm going to do, which I always usually do right at the start but I've forgotten, is go in with my Barry M Lip Rehab. It just saves them from looking at crusty and dusty while I do my tutorial. I didn't really have many cream contour products from the drugstore, but one that I literally love with all of my heart is the makeuprevolution foundation stick. I would usually go in with F13. I only have F12 here. I just don't know if that's going to be dark enough. But another little palette that I have found along the way is the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. And it looks like this. So I'm just going to dip into these two shades here. So I'm just going to put a little bit down the side of my nose, not too much. And then I'm just going to take my foundation brush and just pat all over that just to make sure it's all really blended in. I think that's pretty nice for a drugstore contour. Happy as bloody Larry. Then for powder, I am going to go in with the Maybelline, and this is the Fit Me Loose Powder in 05 Fair. So I'm just taking a bit into the cap, and I'm just going to press this all over. I'm just going to set my whole entire face with this powder. Okay, so I've got a bit of a confession. I don't have like a UK drugstore bronzer. Am I telling lies? I tell a lie. I do have the NYX Matte Bronzer, and I have it in the shade Light, which I think that's going to be too light. I feel like that almost looks like a blusher. Oh my god, does that not just look like a blusher? Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just apply that over all the areas that we can contour. This just helps keep it all set in place. As far as bronzers go, this one really reminds me of Hula Caramel. Have I found a dupe? Okay, it doesn't really look like I have, but it feels like it on the skin. So, blushers. I think I have so many blushers from drugstore. It is a sin. I always go in with my L'Oreal in like peach, so I'm going to use something different today, and I'm going to use the, I actually used to, it's basically the same one, okay? It's Wet n Wild Keep It Peachy. Instead of Life's a Peach, we're keeping it peachy. So all the, like the Wet n Wild stuff is available, that I've mentioned, is available on Beauty Bay. I'm sure Boots have got it. I'm sure Pretty Little Thing have now got it. So Wet n Wild is becoming more and more available to us. There are so many highlighters from drugstore brands. It's insane. And with the Sleek Solstice Palette, I'm going to dip into these two colours here. This palette is great. It's so, so good. For my setting spray, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lasting Fix. I love this stuff and I use it all the time. So I'm a big fan. So I'm just going to get myself up. We're going to move on to eyes. Now, eyeshadow palettes are, they can be a bit of a, bit of a miss when it comes to drugstore. However, Beauty Bay have their own brand, and they are the EYN, sorry, this one's had a wet towelette on it. But these ones are the Beauty Bay EYN palettes. These are the 9. But for this eye, because it's just going to be like a nice daytime, nothing crazy, I'm going to go in with the EYN, and this is the Nude Matte Palette. It looks like this. You can tell I love this palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the concealer, because there's not really many eyeshadow primers. Am I right in saying that? Is there an eyeshadow primer from the drugstore that I need to use? And I'm just applying it exactly how I would apply my 𝑬𝒀𝑬𝑺 eyeshadow base. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with the shade Nothing Else. So I am just going to brush that all over, almost just to set that concealer. Then I am going to take the shade Cinnamon, and I'm just doing something that's really, really simple. It's not like, it's just a daytime eye, so it's not going to be anything crazy. So I'm just taking that cinnamon shade and I'm just going to work that kind of high up in that crease, and I'm just going on the outer half of my eye. And by doing this, this is just going to make this eye look kind of more like almond shape. It's going to make it just look a little bit sort of elongated. And winging it slightly out. Then on a smaller brush, I am going to go in with this middle shade right here. This is called Throwback. And I am just going to place this just really on that outer V. I'm just going to really work that in lower than what we placed the shade Cinnamon. So I think I'm just going to keep this eye matte with a really highlighted inner corner because I'm totally swithering and I really, really like how it looks just matte. For liner, I'm going to go in with the NYX Epic Ink liner. I feel like this is the one that I always go in with. Oh my god, you guys, this liner has really, really bled. I'm really not happy about that. If your liner bleeds, grab an actual liner brush and just sweep it in a liner motion, and that has worked perfectly. Okay, so for mascara, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline, and this is the Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. Because this is like a daytime look, I'm going to go in with the Kiss Lash, and this is the style in Tulle. And these are just like a really nice short to long, like little sort of cat eye style, and I love them. I've already worn these before, so they are cut to my size. The glue that I'm using is always the Eldora glue. So then for my lower lash line, I think I'm just going to leave my lower lash line completely blank. However, I am going to go in with my NYX Jumbo Pencil just to line my waterline to really brighten that area up. What I like a fluffy brow, so usually what I would go in with would be, I would do like a soap brow. I do not have any like bars of soap, but I've just remembered I have the Got to Be Glued gel. So I have never done this before, but I have seen it done before, so I'm actually excited. Okay, I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to spike my brows all the way up. I want these to look laminated. You guys, this stuff's so good. Oh my god. This will not be everyone's cup of tea kind of brow, but this is mine. Okay, now I'm just going to stop like being weird about my brows and get these lashes on. For my lip, I'm going to go in with the Primark. This is the lip liner in the shade Toast. I think this is like £1 or something for this. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX. This is the Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. So I'm going to make this just a little bit like glossy, and this is going to be the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Peanut Brittle. Last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my inner corner. And maybe just a little bit on that brow bone as well. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you really liked the final look. I am going to definitely do more drugstore affordable makeup tutorials because, you know, I think them really fun. Like, I have literally just found something that will replace my more expensive brow product. Like, I would think that this was all like my more expensive stuff. It's just insane. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be doing more of these very soon. So I will see you in the next one. Bye!